Chapter 6: Project Activity and Risk Planning. Sections included are Interface Coordination through Integration Management and Project Risk Management. Integration management is an intricate process which involves the coordination of work and timing of all those in a project. Interface coordination is the term that defines this process of managing. Here is a diagram that gives an example of how all the components must be coordinated in order for a project to be successful. All these components are coordinated through integration management. Project risk management. The sections here involve risk management planning, risk identification, qualitative risk analysis, quantitative risk analysis, risk response planning, risk monitoring and control, and the risk management register. Risk management planning. Initially, projects' risks are broadly defined, focusing on externalities. Estimate chance of survival of a project will involve the risk associated with the project. Some organizations use risk specialists. There are two major problems involving risk management in current organizations. 1. They fail to consider risk associated with the external environments. 2. They fail to see positive risk. Here is an article that describes risk management and its importance for a project's success. One main point to note is that to ensure a project's success, you must define how you will handle potential risk. Risk identification. Risks are dependent on technological nature, economic, cultural, etc. environments. It is necessary to focus on all environments when examining risks, though some project risks are assessed as they pertain to it specifically. Risk analysis models include the Delphi method, cause and effect, or otherwise known as the fishbone diagrams, flowcharts, influence diagrams, SWOT analysis, and other operation management techniques. Here's an article by Kyra Sheehan. She states, risk exists in every dimension of business, but project management efforts are particularly sensitive to identifying and minimizing risk potential, so project's completion is not jeopardized. Qualitative risk analysis. This analysis prioritizes the risk identified. It can give a subject or objective estimate of probability of risk occurring. It gives a sense of the impact of the threat or opportunity. And once the probability and impact levels are found, a risk matrix can be constructed. Risk matrices can identify the level of the threat for each risk. Following the same approach, opportunities can be identified. Quantitative risk analysis. They're more precise and accurate. 3 techniques are discussed: failure mode and effect analysis is an application of a scoring model using 6 steps. The decision tree analysis, useful for situations where sequential events happen over time. It's attractive because it visually lays out everything that may happen in the future. The Monte Carlo simulation. It handles both threats and opportunities and sequential events. Risk response planning. Under threat responses, avoid eliminates the threat entirely. Transfer approaches include insurance, warranties, bonding, and cost plus contracting. Mitigate either reduces the likelihood or impact, and accept the risk is accepted. Under opportunity approaches, exploit increased probability the opportunity will occur. Share partnering to better capture the value of opportunity. Enhance similar to mitigate, it increases probability or impact. And accept, prepare to capitalize on the risk. Risk monitoring and control. An article describing risk monitoring written by Elise of March 29, 2007 describes risk monitoring and control is the process of identifying, analyzing, and planning for newly discovered risk and managing identified risk. Throughout the process, the risk owners track identified risk, reveal new risk, implement risk response plans, and gauge the risk response plan's effectiveness. The key point is throughout the phase, constant monitoring and due diligence is key to the success. The Risk Management Register. The following must be included in a risk management register: identification of all environments that may impact on the project, identifications of all assumptions made in the preliminary project plan that may be a source of risk for the project, a list of all the risks identified by the risk management group, complete with the estimated impacts on the project and estimated of the probability of occurring. A complete list of all categories and keywords used to categorize the risk, assumptions, and environment so that all risk management groups can assess past work done on risk management. The details of all qualitative and quantitative estimates made on risk, on states of the project's environment, or on project assumptions, complete with a brief description of the methods used to make such estimates. Minutes of all group meetings, including all actions the groups develop to deal with or mitigate each specific risk, including the decision to ignore a risk. The actual outcomes of identified risk, and if a risk comes to occur, the result of actions taken to mitigate or transfer the risk or invoke the contingency plan. This concludes the presentation. Thank you.